Many challengers have come to believe that the Quran is the Word of God. And this is what I'm going to prove to you now. I could talk about many aspects of the Quran to prove it is the Word of God. For example, its fulfilled prophecies, its supernatural style and structure, its historical accuracy, its powerful healing and spiritual effect on people.
This is the all too familiar appeal to emotion. You know, if I go down to the local church, they're going to tell me the same thing about the Bible, that it also has spiritual and healing effects on people. You know, whatever the fuck that means. But yet you have said in many of your videos that the Bible is not the true Word of God. So obviously you've just proven yourself wrong when using spiritual and healing effects as proof of God.
Its lack of any contradictions.
No. There are many contradictions in the Quran, my friend. You're just too blinded by faith to see them. The most blatant one being the fate of Noah's family in Surah 11:42-43 states, Noah's son was amongst the demise, in other words, killed. So the ark loaded with them on the waves, towering like mountains, and Noah called out to his son, who separated himself from the rest, "O my son, embark with us, and be not with the unbelievers." And the son replied, "I will betake myself on some mountain, and it will save me from the water." And Noah said, "This day nothing can save from the command of Allah, and any but those with whom He hath mercy." And the waves came between them, and the son was amongst those overwhelmed by the flood, killed. However, in Surah 21:76 it states that his entire fucking family was killed. How, remember Noah when he cried out to us aforetime. We listened to his prayer and delivered him and his family from distress. Oopsie daisy.
And its amazing scientific accuracy.
Oh man, well, it's not that bad. I used to think the same thing, but there's a slight problem with that notion. It's fucking not. The Quran makes many scientific errors. Just to name a few, the Quran says that every creature is either male or female. Surah 42 verse 12 says, "He is the one who created all kinds in pairs, male and female, and He created for you ships and livestock to ride." Oh, and another thing, it's funny that the Quran says that God created livestock to ride, because there's two problems with that. First, this shows blatant favoritism on the part of God, since we know that there are no beasts of burden in North America, putting the Native Americans at an extreme disadvantage against other peoples, which explains why they're so easily conquered by the Spanish. If you want to read more on that, I recommend Gun, Germs, and Steel by Jared Diamond. But second, it also contradicts the fact that we know that livestock was not in the present form on Earth, but is in fact domesticated forms of wild animals. Think about it. Do you really think that these wild animals just would have allowed any human to just jump on its back and use it for labor? No, it was domesticated. We know this. And that's completely contradictory to what the Quran says.
Due to the lack of time, I will choose only one of these issues to talk about, to prove it is the Word of God. Let's talk about its scientific accuracy. First, it should be noted that the Quran is not a book of science. It's a book of divine revelation and guidance, but it does make scientific statements, all of which are correct. It touches on subjects related to astronomy, geology, physics, the creation of the universe and of human beings, and it talks about biology and in particular embryology. The Quran, chapter 75, verse 3-4 says, every person has a unique set of fingerprints. And again, this is a discovery only found in the late 19th century.
The Quran mentions fingerprints. See, the thing is, that there's one small problem with that. It fucking doesn't. Okay, Surah 75, verse 3 through 4 says, "Does man think that we cannot assemble his bones? Nay, we are able to put them together in perfect order of the very tips of his fingers." Nowhere does it talk about the uniqueness of the fingers in contrast to everyone else's. It's mind-boggling that how you people can possibly think that this verse is talking about fingerprints. This is confirmation bias at its best, folks.
The Quran chapter 10 verse 61 says that the atom is not the smallest entity in our existence. And that's another modern day scientific discovery. The Quran also says a man was created from water. Chapter 25 verse 54 of the Quran. And again, another modern day discovery. The body is in fact about 60% water. The brain is about 70% water. The lungs are about 90% water. And our blood has about 83% water content.
Okay, you know what? I don't see any need to go any further on this. I think I've sufficiently proven to the audience that your 100% proof is bullshit. More closer to 1%. But anyway, this video is actually an open challenge to anyone who wishes to refute the points I've made. Feel free to post a video response, and I'll debate you. And then do not attempt to debate me in my comments section. I won't do it. If you read my channel, I don't debate in my comments section. I've kind of been breaking that rule ever since I started coming out with these different videos, but I'm reinforcing it. I do not debate in my comments section. And that's the end of this video.